Orlando nightclub shooter apparently knew of her husband's deadly plans and did nothing to stop him. And now a grand jury investigation is underway. So why did she not call the police? Here with us, former member of the FBI Joint Terrorism Task Force, Steve Rogers. Thanks for coming in this morning.
You're welcome.
So first of all, let's begin with this. I mean, why would she not have contacted authorities and said anything, do you think?
Well, there's a couple issues here. One is if she failed to contact authorities to cover up the crime, then she becomes part of this terrorist attack. My guess is that since there is a grand jury being impaneled, that she will be indicted. But you know what? Her defense may very well be, he threatened to kill me if I opened my mouth.
Because there's already been a precedent established by the first wife.
Well, exactly. So that's going to be some defense that the prosecutors are going to have to overcome. The key here is intent. Did she intend to actually cover this crime up so it would succeed? If they could prove that, then she becomes part of the terrorist act. If she could prove that she truly believes she was going to be killed or harmed in any way, and this is why she did not report it, then that's a whole different story.
What if she had never reported any incidents of abuse?
Well, you know, that's another issue. Well, you'll find a lot of women who are victims of domestic violence don't report these things in fear that it's going to get worse. What we really need to do is to get the Muslim community to help us with this. You know, I was thinking this morning, if organizations like CARE would come out and say, look, we will protect you. You know, we will protect you. You're part of our community. If you see or hear in any way that an attack is going to take place, come to us. We will protect you.
So there's an intermediary, so she would not have even had to go to authorities directly. She could tell someone else.
Exactly. But even that, if she went to an organization that would help her and protect her, it would give her the confidence that if she goes to the police, she'll be protected. You know, I understand, you know, these issues about Sharia law, that a lot of these women are very, very fearful for their lives, and they need to know that there's somebody there, an advocate, if you will, that will help them through this process.
Apparently, there's also evidence, like some video surveillance evidence outside at least a couple of the spots that show that she was with him. So initially, she had been lying to authorities and saying that she didn't know anything about this, and then they confronted her with that video. Then she started talking openly, and they also forced her to do a lie detector test. Well,
which leads to the point that she may have very well been involved in the plotting and the preparation of this. Look, I believe in one thing at this point in time in this war, and it is a war on terrorism. Anyone, including her, who has any information and withholds information should be charged, regardless of whether they say that, well, I thought I was going to be killed. This is war.
And what is that charge? What should that charge be, and what should the punishment be?
Well, the charge should be certainly aiding and abetting in an act of terrorism. You have over 100 people murdered. Look, as far as I'm concerned, when an act like this occurs, she should be charged. She should be sentenced to death, period.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see what happens. I mean, just a